you know. I know some of y'all say, man, keep talking, keep. That just ain't how it works. People have short attention spans. All right, this is coffee time. Go into the description if this is helping you. And I say it all the time, buy a brother a cup of coffee. I don't do this because I'm looking for a lot of income. I do this because I want to know if it's making a difference. And what's a cup of coffee? 6, $7. If just one person buys a cup of coffee, I'm going to continue coming back with videos because I have dropped out and haven't been doing them. But sanity is needed. Now, before I get into this thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, and her feud with Trump, I'm going to tell you, and I want y'all to go and look it up. There is a governor that has nominated a man pretending to be a woman onto a commission about women's health. As a country, man, talk about the synagogue of Satan. Man, we are there. All right. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene, according to the newamerican.com/freedom index. Don't ask me for the link again. I give it all the time. She has a 97% constitutional voting record. That means she votes with the Constitution 97% of the time. She's only compromised 3. That is still better than 95% of those serving in D.C. Up there with her are people like Rand Paul and Thomas Massey. All right. So that covers that. When the girl votes, the girl is doing the right thing. All right. What else is going on with MTG? And I'm going to get to the part about her and Trump. MTG is right on 1948 Israel. Now, I did a show on the War Room, all right, where I broke down how 1948 Israel is not the Israel of antiquity, all right? And Marjorie Taylor Greene, Rand Paul, Thomas Massey, and other people have been calling out this Zionism fraud that Christians push due to a lack of understanding. And if I have said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The Israel of antiquity lost what they had because of their spiritual adultery. So, Charlie Kirk was getting to that point, starting to talk about it. Some have postulated that that is why Charlie Kirk was murdered, because Charlie Kirk took a lot of money from Bibi Netanyahu himself. All right. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is right on APAC 1948 Israel. Marjorie Taylor Greene is also right on the names being released of those in the Epstein files. Now, if any of you are following me on Facebook, you want to find me, facebook.com/TMOTOFGA. I have been saying from the beginning that Trump makes deal, and he uses sycophants or sycophants, however you pronounce the word, people that want to gain favor. He uses them to make deals. Yeah, Lindsey Graham is one. Yeah, Marco Rubio is one. They are both war hawks, and if they had that way, we'd be in World War III, because they like war. That's what they do. But that is beside the point. They are both voting, well, not both, because Trump took Rubio out of the voting scene. And I was happy for that. But Graham is voting the way that Trump needs him to vote in order to make his deals. All right. So, the Epstein files. I have said from the beginning, I said it in, I think, my last video. Trump used the Epstein files to get the one big beautiful bill passed. Listen, as bad as they have wanted Trump, you don't think that when segregation Jimmy Crow Joe was in office, for those of you who don't know who the hell that is, definitely not talking about Obama, not talking about Clinton, I'm talking about Joe Biden. If Joe Biden was in office, you don't think he would have released the information on Trump if it existed in the files? Everybody keep talking about these emails that were recently released. Jeffrey Epstein is a liar. Why would you believe it when the victims have said Trump was not involved? But y'all still won't listen. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene is all about releasing those files. So, Thomas Massey, so Rand Paul. I support that. And I have said Trump used those files to get the one big beautiful bill passed. And I believe he made a promise. Okay, look, I won't put you out there. But Trump does 3D chess, and I hate to use that because I don't believe in that nonsense. But that's what the man is doing. He is telling everybody, oh, it's a hoax, blah, 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 blah. And what has it done? Infuriated people to the point that where they will not stop until those files are released. All right? Now, let's get to the next thing with MTG. And where am I at? 6 minutes, 43 seconds. MTG, according to her, is saying, or she said in a post, Trump needs to lean into releasing those files because a lot of Democrats will be exposed. But Trump on Truth Social said that she's wacko, it's a hoax. She's mad because I didn't endorse her for the Senate in Georgia or for governor in Georgia. He's endorsed Burt Jones. Now, I don't know where I stand on him. I'm going to reach out into my kitchen cabinet and I'm going to pull out my guy, Hank Sullivan. And Hank Sullivan is going to give me the skinny. And then I'm going to do my own research and decide what I'm going to do about Burt Jones. But that is where we are. That is the rift between the two. All right. And then the main one is when she said Trump is no longer America first. Now, I know she knows that's not true. And if you believe that bloop, bloop, you're as wacky as all TDSers that I have been dealing with. And boy, have I not made them TDSers. Oh boy, I have triggered them. When I said TDSers will suck the life out of you. You can't imagine what they have done on my wall with the word suck. And I'm loving every minute of it because it is showing who they truly are. However, I digress. The point is, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump, what they are doing needed to happen. The files need to be released. People need to be exposed. And I, at this point in my life, unless somebody shows me irrefutable truth, I will go to my grave believing that Trump is not a pedophile. Damn sure ain't no rapist. But that's all everybody keeps saying. Oh, and he's a felon. Those charges are going to be overturned because you know it was a bogus conviction in the first place. I'm talking about the one with Bragg and the nonsense with Letitia James. And you see how things, are falling apart or fell apart for Fonnie Willis down here in Georgia. I'm at 9 minutes and 22 seconds. If you haven't gotten it here, go to my Facebook wall. I've also posted why Rand Paul and Thomas Massey were voting against reopening the government because of language that was stuck in the bill, the CR concerning hemp. All right? I give you all the details. You can make up your mind. I understand why they were voting no, but I don't think it was worth them dying on that hill because that's a battle they could fight another time. 10 minutes, buy me a cup of coffee. T-Mod out, drive time till next time.